Australian wild ibis are one of the most commonly witnessed birds in urban Australia. In many most developed cities, especially Sydney, you can see these birds picking human refuse for food with their long beaks in the streets. Different from kangaroo, koala, and other famous animals from this country, the ibis has received a strong dislike among the public and appears more as a pest. Their unusual appearance and behavior have made them a target of mocking. But where do they come from and why they are here? Actually, the Australian white ibis is a native species that has been lived in the westlands of Australia for centuries. They are considered as the integral part of Australian cultural heritage. They are also indicators that shows the change in their ecosystem. The main reason why they come to urban area is the habitat loss due to the climate change, dam construction, and agricultural work consumption brought by the urbanization. And our cities will provide them with stable food and water resource. Although the ibis population increased in the urban area, it has been largely decreased in the natural habitat, and there is an overall trend of declining. So it is an urgent issue to change the public image and let more people understand the real message that ibis is bringing to us. By analyzing the source of public dislike, we can see that the irresponsibility of humans is the main reason that reflects in little care for the food, lack of information for appropriate management, and inadequate public education. An essential problem behind this is the lack of understanding and reflective thinking. It is a worrying fact that people tend to remove themselves from the equation when human is actually an important part of the issue of the urban ibis. When people express the dislike towards the ibis for its unhealthy eating habits, they seldom recognize that it is caused by the food waste produced by the human. Based on this, I came up with the idea of shadow, which connects ibis with the shadow of the city, to indicate the truth that ibis is part of the city's identity while not receiving enough attention. The final design shadow is a public installation. It is made up of an abstracted city view that contains the figures of the ibis in the shadow. Inspired by the scavenging behavior of ibis, the audience could experience the process of finding the meaning of the design by themselves. The main audience of this design is basically all the people who have seen or interacted with the ibis in Australia. This design would be a temporary installation which could be placed in the indoor public spaces such as shopping centers or railway stations. It could also be put in galleries or exhibitions. With this design, I want to bring wider awareness to the misunderstood ibis. It works as an entry point to elite reflection on our relationship with urban nature.